Hello and welcome back to What You Saying, the show that looks at comments, memes, fan reactions, general what you saying online, innit? I'm Lumos and I'm joined today by
Bhav, you know.
And let's get into it. Now, first of all, Arsenal played Manchester United on Monday. Monday night football meant to be exciting, exhilarating. It wasn't that, it was a dead game. We drew with United, should have won the game.
Oh yeah.
Here's what some of the fans had to say on the night.
I think Xhaka has potential to be a great midfielder. In fact, I would go as far as saying that he could be potentially decent enough to be considered a decent midfielder in Europe if he was in the Italian league, because he is shit at Arsenal, and I'm not calling him out, right? It's just not made for him this league. He's too slow. But I saw when you were speaking with Troops on that podcast show, right? And you were like, he shows leadership because he shows for the ball. I don't think that's leadership, and I think what that affects us doing is because he takes the ball, we have to play for him because of this senior figure. He's too slow.
Here's some of the comments reacting to that fan cam. Mr. Morris says, when Rob Holding gets back, David Luiz needs to play DM so Xhaka can get benched. What do you guys think? Do you think Xhaka should get benched for David Luiz in DM? I personally think Herrera should just be playing DM.
Exactly.
But what we know now is Xhaka's a captain, so unless he gets injured or suspended, he's going to be on the team sheet no matter what.
Look, I'm sure we can fit Xhaka into the team. It's just a matter of he's not a defensive midfielder. Stop playing him in a position he's clearly not capable of playing. He can play in the midfield. I'm sure he can be a decent distributor of the ball, recycler of the ball.
Yeah.
When you got Herrera in there, he's a DM. You play him at DM.
Rico says he's right about Xhaka in the Italian league. Look at Dzeko. He left Man City and as soon as he went to Roma, he was a star. Well, to be fair, Dzeko was bossing in the Premier League as well. It's probably on the decline a bit when he left. But yeah, the Italian league, I think that would suit Xhaka perfectly.
Look at Mkhitaryan, he's gone there, scored a goal. Sanchez, gone there, scored a goal. You know what I mean? It's a league where it's obviously slower. Like even Gervinho looked so good there. Came Premier League, struggled. Certain players that are good will adapt, and certain players that are not good won't adapt. It's simple as that. And I think Dzeko's not the best example because he's a striker and we're talking about midfielder, but he's got a point in it.
Yeah, he does have a point. I think Xhaka's a guy who needs more time on the ball. He needs a slow-paced league.
Exactly.
Yeah, no press. And I think
Bundesliga has that. And look, when he played against Frankfurt, a German team, there was a lack of a press. Well, they still press, but it's a slower pace, so you can play out. You look good, isn't it?
Yeah. Starboy says if there was a documentary explaining to kids on how not to play football, Xhaka would be the star of the documentary.
Like, it's true, isn't it? Like, I don't think he's that bad at football. I think it might be Mustafi instead there, but it kind of makes sense. I mean, innit? Xhaka,
yeah, I don't think Xhaka is that bad.
He's not that bad.
He's not
worse.
Great, but he's not that bad.
We've seen worse.
Yeah, there's a few other footballers I would.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'll show
Definitely.
them instead of that. So like we were just talking about Xhaka played and what the best position is for Xhaka.
Yeah.
Mo raises a good point that we have Herrera playing as a number 10 when Emery has left Ozil out of the squad completely, talking about not today. I think this whole Ozil-Emery thing needs to get solved out because it's getting ridiculous now. And Danny Ceballos on the bench.
Because Lucas Torreira was not a defensive midfielder today.
He's playing as an attacking midfielder, but
that's the thing we should be questioning. It's not the players that is, like, obviously that's another one, right? The players that he's picked. But why on earth you're putting Torreira in that position? It's got to be Ceballos. It's got to be. What annoys me is that when I watch Arsenal, it's almost like we're saying to the front three, you guys go train your own. Like, you've got nothing to do with this team. Go and train by yourself. The rest of you are going to train as a unit. They're so detached from the team.
If you're going to play Herrera, play him in his position. Stop playing players out of position. It's affecting their confidence. It's affecting the fluidity of the team. It's affecting our results. Like, I reckon if we started our strongest midfield with the players that are meant to play in those positions, we would have won at Old Trafford.
Yeah, like, you look at the Arsenal team, right? I think what Emery's trying to do is mould it to like Sorry had last year. Sorry had Kante as like Herrera, and he had Jorginho and Xhaka, pretty similar slow players on the ball and they're slow in general. But he had Kovacic there who could like drive the ball, make things happen. We do play against Guendouzi. Like, he's similar, but he's not on the level of Kovacic. Kovacic is dribbling. I think he had like 90% dribble success rate. Like, he's an elite dribbler. Guendouzi's just like, he's like Xhaka and that's Herrera, just a mix of both.
Yeah.
And when you've got Ceballos on the bench who's like Kovacic, he's the perfect player to play that team. And then you got Willock as well. And then you got Ozil, and Ozil's like, I mean, we need chances created. And okay,
I just don't get it.
You see what Ozil, right? I get him not starting, cool, but off the bench, man, like, you got to make a chance to come.
Should
to
have
the
been
bench.
in that squad. Yeah, I
man.
understand him not starting, but
Do
he
you
should
know
have
what I
been in
mean?
that squad. And even people make the point that like Ozil doesn't do great away from home in the big games. I don't think Man United is one of them teams anymore that we need to be looking at as like one of the big games. Yeah,
they don't have a proper defensive midfielder either. They got Pogba, McTominay, and I think they had Pereira. I'm not sure they had a midfield, but they don't have a proper defensive midfielder either. So Ozil would have had space and maybe create chances in that.
So now let's look at some of the comments you guys left on the Mo's interview. Pablo Alves says, I repeat, Herrera is a destroyer of the adversary's attack. by the midfield. When he recovers the ball, he knows how to distribute the game by accelerating or slowing the game down, which is generally very good. Taking it to attack is a huge mistake.
I think you need to change it to Graham, man. That's not Pablo. I mean,
good breakdown there, Pablo. Good breakdown there.
Yeah.
Next comment from You Think I Don't. Okay, interesting name. He throws Ozil out of the team since last season because he wants a hard-working, high-pressing team. Bro, I don't even see this game plan anymore. I don't see no more high press. So why is Ozil not even making the bench? That's true. Like last season we were pressing teams. You could see why Ozil was getting left out of the team. But now the team just
there's no press there. Like
nothing.
I saw a stat. I think Arsenal were like one of the worst pressing teams this season, or we've had the worst or least amount of presses. So it only makes sense that we're up there with Man United. That's how bad we are pressing. And actually, no, Man United were better than us. So it's like last season we saw the press and it's not been there, innit?
Yeah, I don't get what's going on in terms of the style of play this season. It's a bit confusing.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. James Dure, I hope I said that right, says, I said that before, Emery's so stubborn and he keeps making the same mistakes. Clearly his captain will cost him his job. I've seen quite a few people say that this week, that Xhaka is going to cost Emery his job.
Yeah.
And it's hard to disagree with that, because if Xhaka continues to play in this position and doing the things that he's been doing that's been frustrating fans,
look,
and also that resulting in the right people not playing in the right positions, then it's not looking good for Emery.
I don't think Xhaka was that bad at Old Trafford.
Yeah, he played well at Old Trafford.
And I don't think he's had that many bad games. Yeah, he's had mistakes.
It's
the Tottenham mistakes and that. And also, I think I don't know who said it. I think one of the fans in the fan camp said, if Xhaka don't play this season, we'll make top 4, actually top 3 easily. But if Xhaka does play, we'll struggle to make top 4. Which that's our captain. You can't be saying that about your captain. But that's the truth, innit?
It's the truth, man.
If the truth is Xhaka is just slowing us down, innit?
Okay, now this one's probably the most controversial interview of the weekend. I can't say I agree with him, but it's what Livs had to say about Pepe.
Again, obviously, Pepe, I believe he was poor today. Robbie, I think we got robbed. I won't even lie to you. I said it as well. I said we should have got Zaha, Robbie. I knew there was something about Zaha. Zaha, Prem proven, you know what I mean? Zaha, there's hunger. He's an Arsenal fan as well, so he'll play for the shot. Pepe looks like he just doesn't want to be.
You judged him already.
I judged him already. He's gone to Old Trafford, yeah? And I expected to see much better than I've seen. You know what I mean? He just, for me, how many games have been? Yeah, I've judged him.
After 6-7 games.
I've seen enough. Robbie, 70 million.
That's it, he's rubbish.
Okay, but 70 million, I would have at least seen something in these last couple of games. At least something, you know what I mean? The guy, he's just so buff. He's just not, I don't know what it is.
Okay, so what do you think? Let me ask you what you think about that.
Look, do you know what I say, right? Arsenal fans in the summer, we were like, Pepe, man, you know how we got this great player, and some of us haven't seen him play yet, but we were like, yeah, man, YouTube looks good on YouTube with dribbles, all that, right? And then he had a couple bad games, couple bad, dribbles, all that stuff, right? And Zaha should have come and said, we're so reactionary. If he had scored in that game, he's had a fantastic start. All that stuff, but he don't score in that game, and now we should have had Zaha. It's very reactionary. Like, we were happy with Pepe in the summer. Now you back him and you hopefully works out, innit?
Thing is with Pepe, he was poor. He was poor at Old Trafford. I think that's probably the worst I've seen him play for us.
Yeah.
I'll admit that. But I'm gonna do a bit of a tie here. I think the weather really affect. I think the weather at Old Trafford.
That's what Robbie said as well.
Yeah, but it's true though, because it's not like it was like a little piece of rain. It was like torrential rain all day in Manchester.
I was there.
And that can affect your game. One, I'm not gonna make too many excuses for him because he was poor.
Yeah,
Two, like we spoke about the midfield was poor as well.
No creativity.
So he wasn't getting enough service, and I feel like when he got the ball, he was then sometimes a bit too hasty, trying to do too much. He wasn't really consistently getting the ball. I saw a stat that says Mane, Salah, and what's it? Well, not Mane and Salah, because Firmino's usually the one distributing. Yeah. They end up one-on-one with
the
defenders so many times in a half compared to our attacking players, and just think the distribution wasn't there. But on that now, Pepe, I've seen glimpses of the talent. I can see that he's got something there. He's just not made that mark yet. I don't think that Zaha would have probably been a better option because he's settled in the Premier League. He's used to the Premier League. He's adapted to the Premier League. But to call Pepe a fraud and say we got robbed, I'm not having that, because like I said, it's too reactionary. It's still early. It is still early with Pepe. It's not like we haven't seen him do anything to make us feel raw. He can do bits, because from that game, from his home debut, we saw what he could do.
Yeah, exactly.
We saw he can do things. He's just unlucky on the night against United.
Exactly.
But I will say the clock's ticking though. Like he does need to perform.
Definitely.
And for my fantasy team, Pepe, you're killing me week in, week out, man. I'm putting you in. You ain't doing nothing for me,
I'll
bro.
have you in there so you can do your thing in it. The comments.
Alright, now let's look at what the comments had to say about Livs' interview. Roman Kolaric said, "Come on, man, give Pepe a chance. Emery isn't playing to his strength. You're talking bullshit."
Agreed.
And that's it. Pepe's
Agreed.
not. I mean,
Perfectly
Emery's
agreed.
not playing to his strength. He's not playing the more creative players in those positions to help get the ball out to Pepe. Bellerin's also not back yet. So when Bellerin's back. The link up with him and Pepe would be nice to
So
see.
true.
Oselo Trevs said, how many people who were slagging off Lacazette when he didn't start firing are now singing his praises? Give Pepe time.
Exactly, man. You gotta not be reactionary. You gotta back the player. Obviously, give him the first few months that he's adapting. It's not like he's born in London and he's raised up for that. He's coming through from a different league, a different language, different environment. Now he's got to adapt to it, man. And like, you can't just write a player off. If for example, Arsenal's legends, Henry and Bergkamp and Perez. I wasn't really watching football back then, but I've heard that they were struggling to start as well. I think someone said
they took a while to get.
It took
off the
Perez
mark,
until February to start firing.
Yeah.
So if we were like that then, if it was Twitter back then man would have been killed, innit?
Yeah. Now let's get into the memes. I'll let you.
Alright, cool. This is my own tweet, and it was. I've seen a lot of people say that they wish Arsenal had signed Wilfried Zaha over Nicolas Pepe. One of the main reasons why Zaha is so successful at Palace is because of his space to run into. Pepe had the same at Lille. At Arsenal, a lot of teams will sit off and that space goes. And what I mean by that is, see how Zaha, people say we should sign Zaha. We don't know how Zaha would have played at Arsenal when teams sit back. And like, you know, there's less space to run into. At Palace, they all play the counter attack, and it's like so much space to run in behind to. Pepe at Lille is the same. You look at Pepe's highlights and all his goals, like a lot of them are him on the counter attack. At Arsenal, it's not the same. Against like certain, what was the game we played at Villa?
I don't think I've seen.
Back.
I can't remember this team scoring many goals on a counter attack. And anytime we have a counter attack, it usually just fizzles out.
Yeah,
someone in the midfield slows it down too much.
Yeah, exactly. And just trust me, man. I think Pepe, once he gets adapted to what the style of play for Arsenal is, just different teams, man. It's like, you know what I mean? You're going from a smaller club in Lille, with all due respect, to a club like Arsenal, going to have possession football and all that stuff, innit?
Okay, now a lot of talk this week has been about how Arsenal and Man United, how used to be the fiercest fixture in the Premier League, and how much it's died down in hype, and this meme is a perfect example of that.
Yeah, man, it's true, innit? How it used to be in versus now, innit? I mean, that's Jay from Between Us and that. It's true though, innit? Because we used to be Liverpool, Man City, what they are now. We were the best teams in the league, and whatever the game it was, it'd be the title decider.
It'd be lit, yeah.
Whereas now it's like top six decider, mid-table decider. You know what I mean? It's like Watford versus some other. We're mid-table teams right now. Well, maybe not that bad, but Man United actually they're 10th right now. So, innit?
So Pepe, he's from the Ivory Coast. We signed him from Lille, just like another Ivory Coast player.
Oh, God's
Gervinho.
sake.
The comparisons are coming in now.
We knew it was gonna come, innit? We just knew it.
This is a tweet from O'Neil McDowell. He said, "Nah, this one has done me. 70 mil for BTEC Gervinho," and they've photoshopped Gervinho's mad hairline onto Pepe.
Nah, man.
Listen, give the boy time, please.
I don't think he's an Arsenal fan, by the way, that guy. So obviously, United fans, look, if Pepe played for United or play for Chelsea or any other club that we hate,
yeah, we'd be getting on to
oh, Pepe, he's so shit hard, innit? We'd be saying,
we'd be
Pogba came out, so we got to take on the chin as well, man. But listen, mark my words, he'll come through.
I just hope
he'll come through.
I hope he's got them eating their words sooner
Yeah,
than
he
later.
will do.
I know he will, but it's just about how soon it happens.
Yeah,
now,
man. Talking about eating words.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's move on to last night's football. Unfortunately, Arsenal ain't involved, but you know,
Thank God we're not involved.
former Arsenal player,
Serge
Gnabry absolutely tore Tottenham apart. 4 goals in a 7-2 win over Tottenham. Bayern Munich, they love to score in North London, innit?
Oh, trust me, man.
And Gnabry tweeted out, "North London is red."
The truth, man. You know, facts only. You know,
Yeah.
that's what it is. And
So
man
good to
came
see.
to their ground and 4 goals.
That's mad. He's got the same amount of goals.
Actually, that's next tweet.
That's the next tweet from here.
And the next tweet is.
Yeah, DT highlighting that Gnabry has scored the same amount of goals as Harry Kane at the new stadium.
A fact only, you know. You know what I mean? That's how it is. Nah, man.
mad,
Kane, I didn't know Kane had scored that many goals at their stadium. Like, surely, remember White Hart Lane used to bag goals for fun. Whereas, I think,
to be fair,
I think 4 of them are all penalties as well.
Never injury.
Yeah, no, I get that, but come on, man.
Fuck, man, anyway, stop. I'm not picking up for Harry Kane.
Exactly, man. Alright, next up.
Yeah, Gnabry knew. Look at his old.
Yeah, obviously they won 7-2, so there's a lot of 7-2 memes. And this 27, I mean, you know, you get me, innit?
Is there? You see, I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans saying, complaining about how we lost Gnabry. I wish we had a buyback clause for him.
Oh, yeah,
when we sold him to
Do you know what I'll say about that,
Werder
right?
Bremen.
I get that. and I was one of the fans when he went. I was like, oh, he's gone. It's not like it's not right. But at the same time, it was for him. He was like, I want to play first team football. We offered him the contracts. We offered him the money. He was like, nah, first team football. So if anything, we can't blame him.
All of that, cool. Put the buyback clause in. That's what I'm saying.
No, I get that. And he also, people think he went straight to Bayern.
No, he went to Werder Bremen.
He went to Werder Bremen, then he went to Hoffenheim and Bayern, all that stuff, right? So it's like that. And fair play to him, man. That's what players.
But you know where we messed up? This is where we messed up. This is why Wenger and Gazidis so dumb for this. Why would you send? Why would you? You let all the fans down. Why would you send Serge Gnabry to Tony Pulis' team? You know what Tony Pulis' style of play is? Like sending him to Tony Pulis just made no sense whatsoever. Send him to a manager that's more attack thinking, like a team like Leicester he could have gone to.
Players suit systems, and obviously he didn't suit West Brom. West Brom,
nah.
They had like Chris Brunt out wide, man.
Nah, Watford is a team he could have gone to. Somewhere like that, like somewhere that tries to play.
Well, you could have loaned him to Werder Bremen and like he'd done his bit and come back to Arsenal. But yeah, man. So what I said, we can't like ponder it though, because we did it before. Oh, Gnabry and Adley are gone now. Now we've got players like Saka, Nelson's back them now, innit? Because say in a few years time they go. And then that's the next batch gone, innit?
That's true. Yeah, this one's a funny one. They've done some renovations to the Seven Sisters Stadium.
I like it.
What do you think of the new look?
It looks good, man. That
the 7-2 Sister Stadium.
Yeah, that can't be real though. But if it's real, I'm going there now. But
no, what they should have done is just put. It was really the score was 2-7.
Yeah.
Because Tottenham were home. They should have put 2 next to Seven Sisters.
Hey.
New Tottenham kit.
I like that.
I'd wear that one, yeah.
I wouldn't wear it. I wouldn't go that far, but
no, go to the stadium wearing that.
That's a good. That's a good kit, man. That's a good sponsor as well.
All right, well, guys, let us know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe.
I'm pissed, man. No Man United memes. Not enough Man United.
We should have beat them.
Arsenal, man. I was about to go into United, and I was gonna go United, this and that, but nah, man. Arsenal let me down, as always, innit? So. Is what it is. Only next time. When's the next time we play them? I think it's in March or May. Well, I'm coming for
United. United's New Year's Day, man.
New Year's Day?
Yep.
I'm coming for you. Don't forget. Pepe's in it. I'm not going to say actually. I'm going to shut up.
But yeah, we'll be back next week with more. What you saying?